Hello, guys. Welcome back. Today we are joined by two guests, Adnan and John. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
We're going to do the usual predictions. I'm your host, Fahmy. Let's start. On Saturday, Leicester take on Man City. Of course, Leicester had a fantastic game against Wolves last weekend. And Man City are having a doubt with Haaland. What do you think about this?
And for this game, Leicester versus Manchester City, it's not that hard because the Leicester was struggling. I think they are regaining their form, but Manchester City are too powerful for the Premier League with Haaland or without Haaland. I think if Haaland even is injured, I think they will miss his goals. But I think Man City are too powerful for the Premier League, and I think only the big six can compete with Man City. So I will go with the Man City easy. Man City 3-0 win.
Okay, and how about you, John? What do you think about this game, Leicester versus Man City?
It's gonna be a pretty interesting game. Leicester getting back their form after a poor start of the season, and of course, Man City on their top platform. They have a chance to go to the top of the table for a few hours. For a few hours before Arsenal play. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a Man City win, but it won't be an easy game considering the main man Haaland with an injury against Tottenham, against Dortmund. Either way, I mean, I don't think it's such a big deal for Man City. So it's Man City win for me.
Okay, I was about to start that topic. Haaland is a doubt for Man City. If he doesn't start, do you think Man City will be different? Adnan, you can go.
And I don't think there will be much difference because Man City, they won the league without him, without Haaland, and they needed a striker, but they got it in form of Haaland. So I think they are already a powerful team without Haaland or with Haaland. So I think it will be an easy work for them. So I don't think there will be a much difference, except they will not be winning with 5-6 goals. So they'll be winning with like 2-3 goals.
Okay, how about you, John? What do you think? Will Man City be different if Haaland misses the game?
Probably. I mean, probably different gameplay, but I'm assuming. I think there are other number 2 strikers, Alvarez, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Alvarez. So I think it would be a good spotlight if Alvarez ends up starting. A good platform for him to show us what he can do. So I don't think it's anything different from Man City. I mean, they've been in the same position without a forward man. Of course, the gameplay will be different. Perhaps they'll have a slow start, considering they're used to having Haaland in front there. So any ball they get, their main man, of course, will be there to get the ball. So, I mean, I feel like it will be an open game, so we'll wait and see. I can't really predict how the gameplay will be, but I'm assuring a win from Man City.
Okay, let's move on to the next game. Bournemouth versus Spurs. Of course, Spurs lost their last match. What do you think about this?
Bournemouth versus Spurs. And with Spurs, I think their recent form is really poor. They lost against Newcastle, they lost against Manchester United. They drew in the Champions League. So Spurs are not performing, but I think they will win against Bournemouth. So I will go with a narrow win for Tottenham, like a 1-0 win for Tottenham.
How about you, John? What do you think about Bournemouth versus Spurs?
It can go either way, to be honest, but probably a Tottenham win. Tottenham aren't really in a good form at the moment. The last 3 games, they've drawn 1 and lost 2. They lost against Newcastle, I believe it was 4-1, and to United 2-0. So they're not quite doing well at the moment, but hopefully they'll pick up from where they stopped. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a Tottenham win. Bournemouth, on the other hand, haven't been on such a good form. So it can go either way, to be honest.
Okay, and then Brentford take on Wolves. Both Brentford and Wolves had a loss in the last weekend's game. What do you think about this?
Yeah, Brentford and Wolves game is a tough one because both teams are in a bad form. So, but this one I'm giving it to I'm actually going for a draw, like a 1-1 draw. This game is, I don't see many goals. I see like a 1-1 or a 0-0 game.
How about you, John? What do you think about Brentford versus Wolves?
They played Aston Villa last time and they lost 4-0 their away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was Danny Ings coming out with a brace and Ole Watkins scoring as well. But anyway, I think probably if Aston Villa keep the same form, they might end up with a win. But Brentford is also quite an unpredictable team. Sometimes they win some, sometimes they lose some. So I don't know, but probably a draw or an Aston Villa win.
Brentford, you mean?
Oh, sorry, yeah. So Brentford, sorry, who are they playing? They're playing
Wolves.
Wolves.
Yeah.
Yes. Probably a draw because also Wolves, did they win? No, they lost their match against Leicester.
Yeah. Oh.
So either probably a draw or a Brentford win.
Okay, we move on. Brighton take on Chelsea. Brighton welcoming back Graham Potter, their former manager. What do you think about this game, Adnan?
For the Brighton Chelsea game, I think the thing about Brighton, they play possession football, they play really good football, and Chelsea, with the new coach, I think they have started playing football. They are not defensively anymore. So it's a tough game for Chelsea, but I think Chelsea will come through with a win. So I'll go that Chelsea win. Chelsea like a 2-0, Chelsea 2-1 win.
Okay, how about you, Adnan? John, sorry. What do you think about Brighton taking on Chelsea?
A Brighton win for me, for sure. I don't think Chelsea have what it takes to win. Chelsea and their football is very boring, to be very honest. I watched the game against United and I don't think there's any spark in the football, especially going forward. I don't know. They still have a lot to do. But that doesn't mean they're not winning games either, because they won their Champions League match against Salzburg. So but I think for me it's gonna be it's a Brighton win. Brighton are playing good football. The game against City, they really put in a show. Their main man Trossard is looking like a big threat. So I think it's gonna be. For me, it's a Brighton. It's a Brighton. I believe Brighton is home.
Yeah, at home.
Yes, for me, it's a Brighton win for sure.
Yeah, because it's true. But Brighton have been
Yeah,
fantastic football. Trossard, by the way, has his contract is almost up. He's going to be up for grabs for any big team. So we move on. Crystal Palace, of course, have been having a shaky run of form. Take on Southampton. Southampton drew against Arsenal last weekend. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I think this game is a game. Both teams are almost the same. Both teams, and you can't. It's hard to predict both teams. But this game, I'm seeing a boring game. I'm seeing like a draw or a 0-0 game or a 1-1 game because both teams. I don't like watching Southampton or Crystal Palace plays, but so I will go with a draw, a 1-1 draw or something.
Okay, John, what do you think about Crystal Palace versus Southampton?
Yeah, Crystal Palace are not consistent. They win sometimes and then they lose. So I don't know how their form is. Their form is quite unpredictable. So it's either a draw for me or I'll just stick with a draw.
Okay. Newcastle, of course, the team on form take on Aston Villa. Aston Villa welcome Unai Emery back to the Premier League as their manager. What do you think about this game? A tough one, or tell me about it?
And for this game, I think Newcastle this season have been very impressive with their recruitment, their coach, the way they play football. And Aston Villa, when they get rid of Steven Gerrard, they got a new coach now. They won easily against, I think it was Brentford. So it will be a tough game, but I don't think they will beat Newcastle with the way they are playing. So I'll go with a Newcastle win. Newcastle 2-0 win.
Okay, well, how about you, John? Newcastle take on Aston Villa. What do you think about this?
I'm pretty just game. Newcastle are quite on form. The players are playing good football. Our main man, Unai Emery, came back to the Premier League. And started with a 4-0 win. So I guess things are picking up at Aston Villa. it was quite sad to see Gerrard leave, but he had a good stretch of good football, managing the team. But I think it's not gonna be an easy game. Probably a draw for me.
Okay, and then Fulham take on Everton. Of course, Fulham have been scoring goals left, right, and center. Their games have been going to really high scores. What do you think about this? They take on Everton.
Fulham versus Everton, and I think Everton this time they're improving from their last games. The way I was watching their last game, they played really good football. And Fulham this season, I predicted Fulham to get relegated, but I don't think they'll get relegated. So it's a tough game for both teams. Are impressive, but I'm leaning towards an Everton win for some reason. So I'll go for an Everton 2-1 win.
Okay, and then to you, John, what do you think about Fulham taking on Everton?
Fulham is playing pretty good football. They're in the top 10 actually, and I feel like they're 2 points behind United. And they're 2 points behind United and 3 points behind Chelsea. So Fulham are playing pretty good football. They're confident. Their main man Mitrovic and just Pereira getting assists everywhere. So for me, it's a Fulham win. Everton are still have not gotten ground fully, but I still stick with the Fulham win.
Okay, and then the last game on Saturday, Liverpool take on Leeds. Of course, the Leeds manager, if you have seen it, has been complaining about his team being the better side in most games and losing, which is true. Leeds have been playing fantastic football. Liverpool have been struggling their form. What do you think about this, Adnan?
And although Leeds are playing really good football, they are not winning games. I think that's the most important thing. And against Liverpool, it will be a hard opponent because Liverpool, although they don't have the perfect form, they win games. And so after a win against in the Champions League against Ajax, I think they are very confident. So I think it will be an easy Liverpool win. A Liverpool 3-0, 3-1 win.
Okay, to you, John, what do you think about the Liverpool versus Leeds game?
Liverpool have not been doing well this season. They are not in a good stretch of form. They're struggling under Klopp, and I don't know why. But either way, Leeds have been having the same form, playing good football, but they're not getting the results, and results is what matters, you know. So for me, I think it's gonna be a tough match. Liverpool have a match Leeds rather have a match they can win. So if they play the good football the manager is talking about, then I don't see them having any problem coming out with full points in the game tomorrow. So it's up for grabs really. It can go either way.
Okay, you are talking about you don't know what's wrong with Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp, rather, has had this 7th season curse. Let's talk about it. People kept Liverpool as the title contenders. Do you still think they're at that level, or do you think they will even manage to get into the top 4 this season?
I think, as Klopp said, Liverpool already forgot about the title. I think now it's about the top 4 race. In my opinion, the way Liverpool are playing, I think they are playing well. They are winning games at Anfield, but they are not winning games away from their home. So I actually don't think Liverpool will get into the top 4. I think they will drop into the number 5, number 6 spot. The way Arsenal and Manchester United, Man City, Chelsea, every team is playing, I think they are one of the weakest teams when you compare to the other big 6 teams.
How about you, John? What do you think about this? Do you think Liverpool will get into top 4 or?
Oh, no chance. They are not getting the top 4 this season. Their football is not allowing them to do that. They are struggling with form. I don't see them coming out with any trophies this season, to be honest. But maybe they'll have a breakthrough as the season goes through. But for me, I don't see them making the top 4, to be honest. The top 4 is competitive at the moment, but I don't see Liverpool making it that, to be very honest. They have a lot of things to work on. And so far they're struggling, and yeah, they have quite a lot to. So no, I don't think they're gonna make it to the top for this season.
Do you think, before we continue, do you really think that this season is an end of an era? Well, as many have said that most of the big teams, that the sleeping giants are starting to turn up. What do you think about Man United, Arsenal, even Spurs' form has been shaky, but they have been showing their winning games. Do you think Man City and Liverpool era is over?
And in my opinion, the Liverpool era is over. I don't think Man City is getting so. The Man City way is not anytime ending soon because they are getting better and better every season. Now they have acquired Haaland. He's scoring 17 goals already, and the season already started. So I don't think they will slow down. So I will go for. I think Man City will continue, but Liverpool will go down step by step.
Okay, how about you, John? What do you think about this?
Liverpool is struggling. So I wouldn't say their era is over, but at the moment they are struggling. That is a fact. For Man City as well, I don't think they are struggling. Man City have a plan, and their plan is working. They have constant replacements and team chemistry with almost every player, you know. So I mean, I don't think they're struggling, to be honest. But I mean, an era will always come to an end one way or another. Teams like Arsenal and United are building themselves up. They've brought in managers who are sober, managers who know what they're doing, you know. So I mean, it's just a matter of time. This is Eric Ten Hag's first season. By the third season, I believe things should be picking up. So yeah, Arsenal as well are doing quite a lot, you know, bringing in new signings, bringing in signings that are making a difference. So yeah, all in all, I believe the sleeping giants are waking up.
Okay, let's move on to Sunday. Arsenal start the game against Nottingham. Arsenal had a draw last game against Southampton. What do you think about this game?
Arsenal are playing against.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, and this game, not I would have said an Arsenal win is the Arsenal win, but the way Nottingham played against Liverpool and they won against Liverpool, it will be a harder game for Arsenal because they are very confident. Arsenal away or at home?
At home.
And if they are at home, I think Arsenal will win because Nottingham play with their crowd, with their stadium. So I will go with an Arsenal win. Arsenal 2-0 win.
Okay, to you, John, what do you think about Arsenal taking on Nottingham Forest?
With their recent defeat to PSV, a 5-goal thriller that turned out to be a 2-goal defeat. I think Arsenal will win. They're at home, they're at Emirates. I mean, Emirates is a difficult place to get a win from. But yeah, I think it was just a small setback. But yeah, I think they'll win that game against Nottingham. The worst case scenario is a draw, but I don't think they'll lose that much.
Okay, we move on to the next game. Man United take on West Ham. Tough game, but Man United are at home. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's a very tough game, but I'm expecting the way we played against Chelsea and Tottenham and yesterday night. I think I'm expecting a very dominating game for Man United. So this game it will be. I think the way Sancho was playing the other games and the way Garnacho was playing yesterday night, I actually want Garnacho to start that game, but I don't think the coach will allow it. So I will go for an easy Man United win, a 3-1 Man United win.
Okay, to you, John. Man United take on West Ham. What do you think?
Yeah, we're at home. We're at Old Trafford. So we recently beat the new Sheriffs in town, 3-0. And our goat himself scoring. It was good to see him score, good to see him creating chances. Sometimes he was getting unlucky, but he still got away with a goal, you know. So, I mean, coming to face West Ham, I think we're going to win. Yeah, confidently. Probably a 2-0, 3-0, 2-1 win. But our main man Varane is out on injury, so it's a small setback in our defense. It was good to see Maguire back, by the way, in our Europa League match. Good to see him getting some good taste of good football. Kept a clean sheet, and that was fantastic. So yeah, I think the team is coming back to its senses. Our forwards are doing quite well. Rashford coming out with a goal. Shaw is doing fantastic. He's on form. Yeah, Dalot coming out with his first goal for United in a Europa League fixture. So it was fantastic to see the team playing good football. So yeah, we're still expecting more from Bruno. I mean, he's our main creative midfielder, and I don't see much from him. But all in all, I think the team is doing well. The team is doing great, and you should keep it like that. So that's a win for me.
Okay, I think that's it. Now we wait for the Premier League games. Thanks for your time, guys. I really appreciate it. Like, share,
Thank
comment,
you.
subscribe for more, and see you next time.